Instagram account.
Hey, did she send you that OnlyFans coupon too? Or was it just
I don't know. I just got this Instagram crap. You and her talk more in the break room. I try to get my cup of noodles and get the hell out of there, man, when I see her come in. I do not want
she
to talk
tends to stand in the doorway and I can't really like just push her out of the way. I
Well,
get kind of cornered in there. The coffee machine's in the back and I
this is
just can't.
true. She just stands there and blocks you.
I don't feel like it's
You need to do
appropriate for her to be
a duck and
OnlyFans
bomb.
coupons.
A duck and Hello, everyone. Good morning.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. My name is JJ. That is Deacon over there.
You know, I think that didn't
I'm getting
that
better at it.
I don't know. I only know very little about the OnlyFans thing, and that's
I don't know
common
anything
knowledge of
about it. I
everybody
don't know
else knows. But I think I remember reading somewhere that it started as like a video game thing, wasn't it? It didn't start as a porn thing. It started as something completely innocent,
and it went straight to porn.
It immediately was embraced by porn. Yeah. So, whatever.
Disgusting.
Hello.
I'm not going back to that website more than once a day. Good morning. I'm good. I'm all right. I had some good news last night. A little bit of good news, not especially good news, but it's some good news. So that's good.
Okay. Are we going to talk about the good news, or are we just going to?
Oh, we will talk about it.
Okay, that's
no. It's not like that. It's like I'm grateful. I'm grateful to our law enforcement. Yeah,
some good news that happened.
Excellent. Yeah, and it broke last night. It broke last night about like 8:00.
Okay. How's the weather doing there in Texas? I know y'all have had some nasty weather in certain parts of Texas, and Oklahoma had that nasty ass hurricane, tornado here not too long
ago. We had rain last week, but and like pretty significant, like right up through Friday. I thought I was not going to be able to mow my lawn again, but I was able to mow. But we haven't had any nasty weather down here lately. So Oklahoma had something rough go through.
From what I mean, it's been a couple of weeks, I think. Yeah, but y'all had nasty weather come through.
Oh yeah, no, we had a major storm come through last week during the middle of the week, like shook the whole. I think we probably talked about it. Shook the whole house, and oh my goodness. Hello there.
Good morning.
Look at that. How do you get that kind of service, man?
Oh,
kiss and refill your coffee?
Yes.
I'm okay.
I'm winning.
For you other dads watching out there right now, you are watching real time JJ cash in some of his brownie points that when you do things throughout the week and you earn little brownie points, little bitty things, and you earn brownie points from your wife. That you were watching in real time, JJ cashing in some brownie points. That's the payoff. That's the payoff.
So good. So good.
That's awesome.
For those of you that are tuning in to us for the first time on rumble.com/JJW, or maybe the one of you that's on YouTube, get off of YouTube. Go to rumble.com/JJW. Thanks for tuning in. This is your two dads. That's Deacon. I'm JJ. We're your two dads. And every morning we meet at 6:30 in the morning before the sun comes up. And we talk about the news, politics, entertainment, culture, pop culture, I don't know, space stuff.
Space stuff. I don't know if I have any space stuff today.
I think I saw something this morning. I don't remember.
And music. We talk about music.
Music, yes. And of course, why don't you tell us about our song of the day? We got a rich playlist for you kids. But go ahead, Deke. What you got? What's your song today?
I see you dancing.
I watch you doing the show. I don't think you watch me at all, but I
do. I'm looking at you the whole time. I look at you the whole time. All right. Yes. Yeah. So this is how I used to dance in my 20s when I go to fish shows. Yeah. It's the white boy groove. You know, you'd stand there and just do the little white boy groove. You can look around and you'd see some of the hippies would be out there twirling and doing their arms like this and whatnot. I wasn't one of those hippies. I was the white boy. I got into it. I loved it. So you're probably asking, why are we talking about hippies, Deacon? What was that?
It's Jeremy. Jeremy has a wrench on YouTube. He's using that as a justification. You can have a wrench over here on Rumble too.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
I've seen the band Fish about 13 or 14 times. They're one of my favorite bands of all time. I love them. I want to go see them again. I just haven't had the ability to, or haven't been able to, because of my kids. But now my kids are older and I want to go see them. And why are we talking about Fish and hippies? Because this week we're talking about keyboardists and pianists, and we're highlighting some of the best. And one of the best is Fish's Page McConnell. Okay, Page McConnell is the mastermind behind the keyboard arsenal for the band Fish. Page is a beautiful genius and a master pianist. Listen to, if you're new to Fish, I usually don't suggest you listen to live Fish if you're new. If you've never listened to Fish, I like to recommend for you to listen to a studio album before you listen to a live. The reason, JJ, is Fish's studio albums, you're getting the cut that they made that you would hear on the album, right? The song is 4 minutes long, 5 minutes long. Okay, because Fish was not a radio band. They didn't have to keep it within radio constraints. This song, The Squirming Coil, all right? The Squirming Coil on the album is probably about 6 minutes long. This version is 10 minutes long. Any other live version you look up, which there's probably 100 live versions of this song, 100 different live versions of this song. They're all different lengths. They're all different. So that's what makes Fish beautiful, is they're a jam band. They could play the exact same set list every single night, and it would be different every single night, even though they're playing the same songs. It's wonderful how they jam and they just talk to each other. And Page, this song, The Squirming, his piano work is great, but this song, The Squirming Coil, crazy lyrics, nonsensical lyrics, but this particular live version has about a 6 minute long piano solo that is beautiful. It trails off at the end, and the other guys, the basses, all the other instrumentalists kind of fade, and it's just the piano playing at the end. It's so beautiful. Listen to this song. Listen to Fish. Page McConnell is one of my favorite piano players of all time. Fish is one of my favorite bands of all time. So I usually, like I said, I don't like recommending. If you're new to Fish, listen to this song and then listen to some studio stuff, because they're a different band. They're a musical band. Okay, they talk to each other quite a bit with their instruments. A lot of people don't like Fish. My ex-wife hated Fish. She thought that they were silly and stupid, and that's fine. That's fine. A lot of people don't get it, and that's fine. I don't judge. But you get to about 4 minutes into that song.
So I'm trying.
Yeah, the lyrics are like, the squirming coil of sunset is kept within my reach. Tried yesterday to get away, and I hitchhiked to the beach. I saw Satan on the beach trying to catch a ray. They're weird lyrics, but you got to listen to the music. We're going to get a YouTube strike because I'm reciting lyrics.
No, you're allowed to talk about it. No, my browser is doing something where something is screaming at me, and like something is playing music, and I have no idea which tab it is, and it won't stop. I can't get it out of my ears.
Close all your tabs there,
this
boomer.
Is infuriating. Yeah. I have no idea what's going on. I can't. This is distracting. So Fish is going to be in Covington on June 20th, and the tickets are pretty affordable.
What?
Kentucky.
Covington, Vermont? Covington,
Madison,
Kentucky? Oh, that's a long ass way away from me. Well, no, it's not really. It's about 4.5 hours, but I've been to Cincinnati. It's right across the river from Cincinnati, but I've seen Fish there a couple of times, actually. Not in Nashville or St. Louis.
Figure out which tab.
June the 20th. Yeah, they're in Covington. If they're in St. Louis on June the 27th, I would much rather go to St. Louis. Fish is a great band to see live.
Tickets are cheap. They're only $28.
Fish is a great. That was last year, dude. No, that's Mike Gordon. That's just Mike. You're looking at something completely
Oh.
different. Yeah, Fish
I
is
don't
one
know
of
what
those
I'm
bands. If you went to
Anyway.
Fish, if you went to a Fish concert and you didn't know any songs, you'd still have a good time. The energy of a Fish concert, it's one of those where everybody is just happy and wonderful, and it's high. Most people are high, but it was it's a great time. I've seen them 13 or 14 times, man. I went down and seen their show down at Big Cypress when it turned 2000, January 31st, 1999. When it turned the year 2000, I was standing in the middle of a Seminole Indian reservation in Big Cypress, Florida, with 150,000 fish heads watching fish. The minute that it turned January 1st, 2000, I was standing in the middle of 150,000 fish heads in the middle of a Seminole Indian reservation in
All
Florida.
right. All right.
I was a hippie, dude.
I am sure you were. I'm sure you were. And I appreciate it. And I wonder what the intersection of our audience and fish heads are, and how appealing we are right
I
now
know,
to
no
the
kidding. So let's
podcast.
get to the main title. I just want you to listen to keyboardist.
You
I'm
guys
going to
are
get my
watching
drink.
the very slow over
Deborah.
the weeks and months. Deacon is forcing me to listen to fish songs and hippie songs.
Out, we're on the front page today.
Yeah, right. All right. So title is anymore about the alleged murderer piece of shit that's been captured, although
Yeah.
that was the title this morning. No.
Yeah, how come?
Now our title changed. It's now Writers Guild strike. Quit harder. Cancel all TV. And who's this woman? Is she a writer? No, but you're looking at her, aren't you?
Who is that woman?
Yeah, I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
Go get your coffee. All right.
No, I'm going to give it a call.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the most important entertainment news, and does anyone care? Anyone watching this show right now, if you are watching our show on rumble.com, first of all, or YouTube, whatever, glad you're here. So happy you're here. Leave a comment in the live chat thing, but definitely leave a comment in the description below and tell us how much it impacts your life that the Writers Guild of America is on strike because they want fair compensation. They want fair compensation. They want that money. They need the cheddar. Over on,
are they see
let's
they're
go.
from what the headlines are talking about, they're saying this is what I'm getting, and you might be able to explain it better.
Maybe
what I'm getting is that all the streaming services are taking a lot of money, that they're taking a lot of revenue, and they're not paying the writers what they want. And JJ, we have AI. AI is getting a lot better at doing things, and we're getting a lot
better quicker.
more
AI?
different AIs. I've just looked at one last night that is, I think, better than ChatGPT, and it's connected to the internet. So I was like, ooh, the things that I could do with this one.
What were you looking at?
Currently connected. It's called Perplexity.
Oh, okay.
I'll send a link in our thing.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So I've been messing with all kinds of AI, doing all kinds of stuff with it, man. So I can see this writing. I've actually had that thought. Me and you've had that thought, but I mean, it could completely
this
write.
Is not.
I'm surprised there's not an internet show. I'm sure there is, and we don't know about it. We're writing this show completely by AI.
Right.
So all the writers are
these writers are not pulling lithium out of mountains by their hands and pickaxes. You know what I mean? They're writing. Okay, so what's the hang up? What's the problem? I think it's the fact that they have first of all of these guys are part of a union, and this is a union thing. And if you don't have a job because your union told you to strike and you're doing it, that's your fucking problem.
It's your fucking fault. That's right.
That's your problem.
I'm glad you said it.
There's nobody. I mean, like, why can't you just go write for some other show? There's other shows out there. Oh, well, everything's in California. Get the fuck out of California. You don't got to be in California to write. So, I mean, like, part of this is preposterous. Now, the Writers Guild of America, on behalf of the writers / their I don't know what serfs, they negotiate contracts with like major studios. So you got like what MGM and Amazon and Netflix and all of that stuff, and they
Right.
negotiate their contracts. So some years ago, they negotiated whatever they contracts they had, whatever they wanted, and in the interim, at the like paradigm at the time was that, you know, writers wrote for TV, they wrote for movies went on screen, TV was broadcast, and then like some of that stuff also goes on Netflix eventually, whatever. Okay. Now nobody watches TV and very few people are going to theaters, and everybody's on Prime or Peacock or you name it.
You're exactly right.
That's where all of it is, but their contracts are not comprehensive enough to cover all of that. How much royalties they get for something streaming on the whatever. And like, okay, so these guys are all complaining about their contracts because they made a contract for the old paradigm and they were not looking forward to the new paradigm, which was obvious. It's been obvious for 40 years because for 40 years you've been like, I wish I didn't have to have all of these cable channels that I don't.
I wish we could have a la carte. How come I'm paying $120 because I want to watch the fucking Discovery and History Channel, and only those channels and my kids' channels are in the third tier package? All right. The first and second tier package don't have dick channels. All right. But the third tier package, yeah. So, all right.
So that's the summary or whatever. So here we've got a few of these stories. Here
I've got a story here for you on this.
Hold on, we can't break out of this. Stop trying to change the topic.
It's not changing the topic. It's the same topic.
Oh, okay. All right. So Hollywood's hit with the writer's strike after talks with AMPTP fail. I believe that's maybe Amazon, and so I don't know. We'll see. And the Guild slammed studios for gig economy mentality. So the studios are like, no, we're not going to give you like steady pay. Like it's we have a show we're developing, we need writers for that. Oh, we canceled the show. Like
that's what I thought the whole thing was anyway.
These writers, they want like salary and healthcare. They want a steady paycheck and stuff like that. Though we negotiated,
don't we fucking all do it yourself,
shit,
dumbass?
Yeah,
I do too. Do it yourself. When you get paid, you take a part of that fucking money and you set it over here in this little piggy bank because you got to give that one to taxes. And then you take part of this one, and you probably don't do this, but some people take part of it because we tithe that. You probably don't do that. And
what are you talking about? I don't tithe. What are you talking about?
No, not you. I'm talking about the Hollywood writers.
Oh, I don't know.
I would bet my house that there's not one Hollywood writer that tithes.
I have no opinion about them doing whatever they're going to do.
I'm just making
you were saying me.
Point. No, I'm just making a point. You know, Ashley's a real estate agent, so she has to do all this crap herself. You know, when tax season comes along, we've got to figure out all this stuff. You do the same thing. She's got to get her own insurance and all her own. You do it too.
Yeah, right.
And honestly, if they keep doing this shit, hey man, like I said earlier in the show, AI is getting really good at writing shit. You just can't just like type it in and go. You can type it in and refine it. I've been doing that for weeks now, coming up with stuff.
Look, listen, writers, the studios have little to no reason to bargain with you because they very soon can totally replace you with an intern. They could just have a room of like interns and be like, hey, AI is going to make stuff. If any of this is funny, just highlight it. Yeah. and it'll just be a bunch of guys in a room like, I don't know. I don't even know why they're paying me this much. This is more money than I've ever seen in my life. It'll still be less than you guys were getting. Mm-hmm. And then like, all I have to do is sit here and laugh whenever the AI makes something funny and let them know if it's good. Just filter it. So yeah, no, that's the reality that's coming through.
So
okay, so there's a writer's strike. Some creatives are on the out. The celebrities are out there protesting in solidarity. So you got like Rob Lowe and the usual whatever people in California.
You're gonna steal my story.
And
go ahead.
Am I gonna steal it? Go ahead. I'm not.
No. I know I'm not talking. I want you to go ahead with your story.
Well, I was gonna move over to late night.
You're just gonna steal my story.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'll put this up here because I wanted to make a point.
I don't see it. You don't show it. You're not showing it.
I'm waiting for you to hush.
Oh, okay.
You see these people here? All right.
Yeah.
Do you see these people? You know every
Yeah,
one of these, and I'm talking to our listeners or our viewers too.
I
All right.
I know
You've got Seth Meyers,
3 of them.
right?
That's who that is?
Seth
Okay.
Meyers. He was on SNL, Saturday Night Live for years, decades.
Garbage. Yeah.
You get Jimmy Fallon, Saturday Night Live for decades. Head writer. He was a head writer at Saturday Night Live. I think Seth was too. I think Seth was the head writer too. Okay?
Right.
Jimmy Kimmel. Remember he used to show big titted women jumping on trampolines.
The Man Show until he turned into a giant
until
pussy.
now he's a giant ass bag. And then Stephen Colbert, who made his living making fun of you. That are probably watching our show right now. And we all thought that he was good. It was hilarious at first until it dawned on us that he's making fun of us.
Well, I mean, it was always pretty clearly satire and parody.
Well, yeah.
Like, it became evident that like, oh, he really despises.
He really despises us. It was just satire for a while. So you see these guys, 2 of which were head writers at Saturday Night Live. Well, they're on freaking reruns because their little pansy comedy asses can't come up with a fucking joke. So how fucking funny are these assholes that you watch every not one of these son of a bitches could even stand next to Johnny Carson. Period. That's not even debatable.
I mean, Johnny was
none of these could stand next to. They couldn't even stand in his. They're not even in the same ballpark as Johnny Carson. All right, because there wouldn't have been no writer's strike with Johnny Carson. He would have kept going because he was a professional. I would even go as far as to say Jay Leno, but not really. I think Jay Leno stopped too. I never thought Jay Leno was funny either. That's when everything started being political with him. But it even got worse.
I mean, he always kept it. Jay Leno always kind of kept it. It never got personal and dirty. Like Jay Leno was clearly always just making jokes.
I was just making jokes, but they were like.
But listen, I don't know who watches late night TV. I honestly don't.
I don't either.
And I'm not even sure people do.
I don't either anymore. But it's like these guys. These 4 assholes are being thrown in my face everywhere I look as major voices on shit that I should pay attention to in the political field. And anything that comes out of these fucking jerk offs' mouths is a goddamn joke to me. They can't be serious about anything, especially the cocksucker Jimmy Fallon here. He is a piece of shit, in my opinion. I mean, he is.
Wait, that's not him. That's
not Jimmy Fallon. I mean, Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel, yeah. I don't Jimmy Kimmel. They're all blur together.
His old comedy buddy, what's his name? The one who's on the Man Show with him. Fucking hilarious.
Yeah, Adam Carolla is actually a funny guy.
Based as fuck. Yeah. I believe I have the definitive comment on this writer's strike. Okay. So here we have I'm gonna just minimize to keep you see.
No, I wanted to close it.
Okay. All right. So this here is actress Amanda Seyfried. I don't know what she's been in. She solves the Hollywood writer's strike in one sentence. Let's see what she has to say. This is, I guess, at the Met Gala. They had the Met Gala this week where
the rich people get together and they dress up.
Rich people get together and dress like cats or some shit.
Yeah. The Writers Guild. Obviously, the writer's strike is looming. What do you think is going to happen?
It's necessary. I don't know. My writer friends think it's going to happen, but I don't know. It's just like I'm not in the rooms. I don't get what the problem is. Like, everything change with streaming, and everybody needs to be compensated for their work. That's fucking easy.
It's obviously somebody else's money. Give it to them writers. I don't care where it comes from.
Fingers crossed.
She's obviously like, oh shit, why'd you ask me this? Like, why am I?
I've seen pictures and they keep showing this shit. What is the Met Gala? What is that? Is it just
I don't know. I just seen Jared Leto dressed up as a cat.
Well, they were honoring that fucking fashion idiot guy and Karl Lagerfeld and everybody. This is the dumb. This is going to be examples in history books in like 300 years. Pictures of this shit will be examples of the decline of America. Look how stupid this fucking society was. Look what they did. Look what they spent their money on. Look what they revered. People in the future are going to think that we like that shit. That we like, oh, the Met Gala is on, JJ. What did you do last night? It's
They're
disgusting.
gonna look back in history and they're gonna be like, for some reason in the 21st century, people dressed up as furry animals. They forgot what gender they were. They started mutilating their children.
Well, wait a minute.
Uh,
I posted this the other day for you because I laughed. And the movie Idiocracy that you got me to watch, you know, so I was watching this little short, and it was talking about the movie Idiocracy, and it said that the wardrobe designer in Idiocracy was like, I need some stupid shoes. I need a bunch of stupid looking shoes that we can wear that nobody in the fucking future is going to be wearing, but they look stupid, that stupid people in the future would be wearing. And those shoes were Crocs. And those were before we knew what Crocs were. They were a little startup company. So we are fulfilling the movie Idiocracy because I like Crocs, man.
No, we are absolutely living it. I mean, like the movie Idiocracy is prophetic.
It is prophetic.
Okay, it's not even a joke. We have anyway, it's prophetic. If you haven't seen Idiocracy, it's required reading. I was looking for photos of Jared Leto in at the Met Gala because I saw this the other day and I was like, why?
Okay, you don't know this. There is a
I don't.
MET Gala. There is a singer. I think she's a singer named Doja Cat. Did you see Doja Cat?
Yeah, I have heard.
Okay, I've got the pictures here of Jared Leto and whatnot.
Yeah, you do it. I don't want it on my computer.
Here's the. Okay, so here's Jared Leto, which I like Jared Leto. I think he's a good actor, but he's a weirdo. I don't know.
Well, who's that on the right side of your screen there, Deacon?
Well, this is a freaking CNN. I mean,
CNN, obviously. What is wrong with this psychopath painted silver?
I'm telling you. Okay, look, the first person there is Doja Cat. Let me see if I can find a picture of her.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, she had like a prosthetic nose.
I don't know if she does that all the time, but she did her nails up too. I don't know if she sings. I don't keep up with that shit anymore, dude.
I think she's a singer.
Look at Silver. Look, these fucking goddamn. I can't.
Burn it down. Burn it down. Burn it all down. We don't need it. Just get rid of it. We're done.
Shit. I mean, look at this. Look at these fucking people. That's fucking Mandalorian. Look at this fucking outfit this idiot has on.
Oh, is that Pedro Pascal in a dress? In a lady's coat?
I can't get the freaking
a lady's coat and shorts
play button off the damn screen.
Amazing. This is what we need.
The annual Met Gala returned this year, dedicated to the late fashion icon Karl Lagerfeld. Celebrities dressed in honor of the fashion juggernaut, sidestepping his contentious reputation. Lagerfeld was creative director of Chanel since 1983 until his death in 2019.
I'm gonna interrupt you to holler at a voice I don't recognize over in chat. Hello, Poor Dirt Farmer. Welcome to the show. We're so glad you're here.
I've seen Poor Dirt Farmer on there before.
You have? I think I'm pretty sure Poor Dirt Farmer wanted you to do a full screen shot of that guy painted silver. Zoom in as much as you can. That's what he's asking for. All right. So the Writers Guild is on strike. The celebrities, they can't go do TV shows right now, so they're dressing up like furry animals and painting themselves.
It hurts my heart.
Weird.
The only thing this affects me is that I really hope they already have the last 2 episodes. I think there's 2 left of Ghosts filmed because I really like that show, and that's like the only current show that I watch is Ghosts.
Oh no, dude! Let me tell you, there's 2 shows you should be checking out. One, which I don't think one of them you can because so one of them is Jury Duty. You can get it on Amazon Prime or Freevee. That's hilarious. Now, I'm gonna pitch Jury Duty at you. It's essentially The Office, except it's taking place in a courtroom jury. It's following a jury around, and everybody's an actor except for one guy. One guy's not an actor, and he has no idea it's a TV show. He just thought it was like a documentary they were filming or something, and they were following jurors around. It is The Office, except it's a jury. There's just crazy stuff happening, and this guy has he's aware that weird stuff is happening. He's like, this doesn't seem right, but he's not in on the joke. It's hilarious.
Okay.
It's great. It's awkward. It's awkward comedy.
I like awkward comedy.
James Marsden, aka Cyclops or The Notebook or whatever else James Marsden from, he's in it, and he's a juror because it's like in LA. So he gets called in, and he struggles to get out of jury duty, but he can't get out of jury duty. And so James Marsden is in it, and James Marsden does the best job of playing a pretentious Hollywood asshole. It's so great. So Jury Duty, that's a good show. And then here's another one on HBO, which is now Max. There's an animated show called Fired on Mars. I think it's called. The conceit here is that we got to Mars, and the first thing we did is start building an office building to manage whatever they're doing on Mars. And so there's an office building full of office workers on Mars that are literally doing normal office stuff, except it's on Mars. It's a one-way trip because it takes so much to get out there. And there's a guy that gets out there and is immediately we cut your job. So he doesn't have anything to do. and he starts reeling through depression. It's a great show. Okay. It's almost there's a scene in the I think the 4th episode where he starts pulling his life back together and he gets motivated. And these times happen in your life, Deke. Okay, this is important. There comes times in your life where you're stumbling over stuff, and you finally are like, no, I've got the resolve. I'm gonna work out, eat right, focus on learning, become a better person. And you go into this with all of this energy, and you're like, I am gonna make this better. And then what happens? It just wanes off real fast, and pretty soon you lost all the motivation. I was going to say
it fizzles for me.
It is the most amazing montage because he's in the gym, he's working out, he's reading philosophy books, he's trying to teach himself new things, and then pretty soon he's
hang on, don't change this topic. Hang on, I'll be right back. Don't change this topic.
All right. Yeah, so that's on HBO Max. Good morning, Dragoon Knight. And Poor Dirt Farmer, YouTube don't like you. YouTube doesn't like me either. Good morning from Suwannee County. Good morning. Hey, Wobbly Bits, Brian, good to see you guys in the morning. So this show is Poor. Let me see if I can run it. Let's see if there's a trailer for Fired from Mars. Fired on Mars. Fired on Mars. Oh yeah, here we go. This is some funny shizzle. This is the best show.
The thing is, I left my entire life. I could be a designer on Mars. A frontier town on the edge of the known universe. This was where we'd planted our flag. This was where we would write our next chapter.
Oh yeah, it's got Luke Wilson in it.
Up here for a reason. I was living my passion.
Okay.
And more importantly, I was part of something bigger. Good to see you. Hey, how are you today?
Good morning, Franklin.
Awesome to finally meet you, Jeff. We're actually making a few tweaks to the structure.
We're doing a good job on it.
How important is it to have a graphic designer on Mars? He left his girlfriend on Earth, and she's supposed to come meet him, and he takes a one-way trip to Mars for this job.
Let me guess. His girlfriend didn't come.
Oh, Well, I don't know if that's true or not, but she doesn't come to Mars.
Oh my lord. I
Yeah.
don't remember what I was going to say now about this
Yeah.
stupid freaking writer strike. Now I told you to wait, and now I can't remember.
Yeah.
what I-
Oh, you were on the writer's strike back. Okay.
well, we
Oh,
were
we
still
were
talking
on-
about.
We were on
still kind of-
motivated, and then you let go, and you don't keep the. That's where I was anyway. You get motivated about something, you really concentrate. You put like 150%.
No, see, we're
at a
still on
stand.
the main road. We're still talking about the writer's strike. You're
Yeah.
off 17 little rabbit trails.
I
talking about
thought we just
motivational
moved on.
cartoon. No. I'm looking at
okay.
this as the side road. We
Oh,
need
okay.
to still get back on the main road.
Oh, all right.
I don't remember what I was going to say now after I say. So
I think you were going to suggest that people make sure that they hit the follow button on our show right now.
maybe that
and
might have been what I was
Also
gonna
hit
say.
that thumbs up button.
Yeah. Do you
how
want
are
to
we
talk
doing?
about this other big important story that you were wanting to
Yeah,
talk
I do
about
want
today? Because
to.
it is very
I
important.
think this is the perfect opportunity to segue instead of starting with it. Let's talk about it in the middle of entertainment.
I thought the writer strike thing would be funny. I didn't know we were going to have a somber show this morning.
I don't know. Is it somber? All right, look, a couple days ago, what was it? Friday? No, it was Monday. It was Monday. I did a show about this murdering piece of shit who killed five people, including a kid. And I'm honestly incensed about it. And I'll tell you why. And it's not rational. I understand it's not rational. It's not me. It's not my life. It's not people I know. My kids are Honduran. And this guy lives 20 minutes from me. And he murdered 5 Honduran people. He murdered 5 people from Honduras, including a kid, for no reason other than he's a drunk, crazy person. And, whatever. Been deported 4 times, and he's still in the United States.
That's the thing that gets me is that he's been deported 4 times and he keeps coming back. And the Biden administration and the Democrats don't think there's a goddamn problem. I live in Kentucky. We've had this exact conversation on this show before,
right?
Where I have said, JJ, I live in Kentucky. Immigrants are not a major problem in my life. You live in Texas. Immigrants are a major problem for you guys in Texas.
Yeah.
They're not for us in Kentucky. So out of sight, out of mind. New York, all these other states don't have to deal with that. It's out of sight, out of mind. But you guys are dealing with it. And this fucking guy had come. How far are you from the border? How many miles?
I'm probably, I don't know. Yeah, probably 300 miles.
300 miles. So I mean, that's really not that far.
It's like a 4.5 hour drive. So it might be a
5
little
hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not really not that far. So this guy has been deported 4 times. 4 times. I mean, dude, is there?
Let me
can we
just
all
say,
not
I really
agree
have
that there's a problem with that?
Right.
Can we all?
I really have no problem with migrants. I really don't.
I don't either.
Oh, what's up? Oh, it's Papa Deke. It's you. I really have no problem with migrants. I do have a problem with the fact that we have no control over who's coming across the border. And, most of those people are good folk that are just trying to better their lives and make their lives better for their kids. And emotionally, I understand that. It's totally rational. And if there is zero consequence for the risk of coming over here, if there's zero consequence and your life can be better, why wouldn't you do that? Right? Except that they're surrounded and infiltrated by cartels, drug dealers, violent rapists, psychopaths, people that are these other countries, they don't really have any place for their mentally insane people. They just kind of let them out and they come up here crazy people. This guy is obviously an example of one of them that is a violent repeat offender, just not at all concerned with law enforcement. It'll just come back. He gets kicked out, he'll come back.
So this opens up the discussion. When we're talking about immigration issues, this opens up the discussion for both sides. Both sides, we have to agree that this is a problem. This was a problem that slipped through the cracks, and we don't want this to happen again. So we both need to quit being assholes on our respective sides and come up with a logical solution to keep something like this from happening again. A family goes over, their baby is trying to sleep. A drunk asshole that's obviously mental problems is.
It's not even the first time that the police have been called out there before because
Yeah.
he'd done this before.
And I have played out this scenario in my head. You can picture the guy going over, getting pissed, saying, God, he's firing that damn gun again. We got to go stop this. He's going to wake up the baby because we've had babies. You know how that shit
Yeah,
happens.
oh, yeah.
My God, you got to tiptoe around everything. You don't
Yeah.
want the baby to wake up if it wakes up.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, no.
yeah, I mean, can you
You want
imagine
that baby to sleep all night if that baby can sleep all night?
He not only just got pissed off at the guy yelling at him because adrenaline and some guy gets in your face and you're going to get mad. That's
right.
First of all, a guy shooting a gun, I'm not going to go confront him. That guy that did that, man, you either got bigger balls or smarter or a smaller fucking brain than me. I wouldn't.
Well, he was not a stranger. They knew who he was. He had been over to their house before.
If my neighbor was, I mean,
right,
that
you're out there shooting a gun. That's not when you talk to them.
That's exactly right. That should have made him all the more.
Wait till the next day and be like, "Hey, man."
Yeah, or call the cops. There's a guy out here in the front yard shooting a damn gun.
Let me cover the facts on this for
But what I was getting at was that crazy man not only just fired off in the adrenaline right there, he went and meticulously there's got to be something.
Yeah, he did. So last night about 7:30, around 8 o'clock or so, the manhunt ended, and there was like 250 officers. They had They were searching all over, and anyway, they captured this guy hiding in a closet underneath some dirty laundry in Conroe, Texas. So geographically, you guys probably obviously don't know where I live exactly, but the place where this crime took place is about yeah. The place where this crime took place is about 20 minutes east of me, and Conroe is about 10 minutes north of me, and there's only one highway that goes north to south. So whoever this dude, whatever this path this criminal did to get past law enforcement or whatever, he came by my neighborhood. He came by regionally where I left. Now there's millions of people. It's impractical that it was an actual direct threat or anything like that to me.
Right.
But these are my communities. These are places I go on the regular. And anyway, so he was caught up in Conroe by the agencies, the various sheriff's departments and whatnot, working together to track this dude down. Francisco Oropeza, 38, was captured without incident near the community of Conroe, north of Houston, about 20 miles from his home in rural Cleveland. So he's behind bars. He's going to live out his life behind bars for killing 5 people. The question that kind of like I am now contemplating this morning is like, in my mind, this guy's guilty, but our legal system, innocent until proven guilty. I think that proof will happen pretty quickly, and he's in Texas. So, what do you think? Which means that very, very likely, like, death penalty would be on the table for the prosecution. They'll put the death penalty on the case. So there's 2 questions. The first question is, where do you kind of land on the ideological spectrum in terms of whether or not there should be a death penalty? And kind of separate from that, what about just, should the states have the right at all to kill criminals, in any regard? So like death penalty, but like, this is where I'm at because emotionally I'm like, just let's get this done, convict this dude and get it over with. Because I'm angry that he killed a kid. So, and it is somber. It's not fun. But it's reality. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about like death penalty, but I'm glad that he's captured. Yeah. I'm glad that he's in jail. Do I want to spend some of my taxes for the rest of my life paying for the rest of his life? I don't know.
No, I don't. I don't want to spend. I wouldn't want to if I was. And
You got to wrestle with these
I'm
things
for
sometimes.
the death penalty. I was always for the death penalty. There's certain cases that, I mean, I don't think we should willy nilly just
Right.
distribute it out to everybody. But I was always, I don't. I think there's some crimes that are heinous enough, and some crimes that people have no recourse. That there's some people that can't function in a civilized society, period.
Well,
Can't
I mean,
them, they can't function. They just
so death penalty can be a punishment or it can be a deterrence, right? In like this guy, is he a threat? Is he a threat to the people around him? He's obviously a threat because there was no reason for this. There was no good reason. So he's a threat. So it could be a penalty. But if you it also could be a deterrence. Like, look, you do this in Texas. Texas, we have a long history of capital punishment, we'll say.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, and not all states do. I don't know. I feel it's tried. This whole thing's just tragic. Jeremy says he does not want the state to have the power over life and death. And that's the question that I'm kind of like thinking about, like, because like I don't trust the federal government. And as much as I love Texas, eventually Texas will be controlled by, political opponents of people with different ideologies. And the powers you give the state when you're in control are powers that other people have when they're in control. And do I want the state having the power over life and death? I'm not sure. Because it requires that you have trust in the state. And I do not have infinite trust. Like, it will eventually wane. I don't know. I am glad that this guy's in custody. He's a coward, and he's
glad that he's caught.
Yeah. Now we, not you necessarily, but we in our state, our community have to wrestle with, like, what do we do with a scumbag? What do we do with him? So we'll see.
I want to show you something. I'm going to show you something that'll lift your spirits.
Please. I have something for you too.
Look at this.
I had something. I have it somewhere.
Look, this is our page today, right? This is
yes. All right.
In the live chat. Look, you see right down here on the bottom?
Yeah.
What the tuck? Look how many views.
1,000. 1,000 views on our video and one comment.
One comment.
Why in the world would I be constantly harboring our viewers or not harboring, badgering you to leave a comment on a video? Come on, guys, help us trick. Right now we are number 2 in the podcast category on the front page. Oh, 3. We're number 3.
Sweet. Thank you, people.
We're winning.
You know how much money? You know how much money me and JJ have made from this show?
Like no money, because I'm paying for it. We've made like we've generated maybe like $5 in revenue, and that covers like 1/2 of like 1 month of my expenses. But whatever, this is fun.
Yeah, JJ's like, I haven't spent a dime, so
I won't let him. But hey, if you guys want to spend a dime and help me get Deacon a cool present,
I didn't.
You guys, oh no, check this out, everybody. We've got cups over there. You can buy a coffee mug at Your Two Dags coffee mug. This is first version.
I want to put up a better coffee mug.
Yeah, we're gonna do better one. I'm ready. I need a radio spot from you, Deacon. I'm gonna make a commercial. So we talked about it yesterday, but you may have forgot for the other one. I don't want to reveal that until the person story. We'll show the other. I saw this Twitter. I saw this on Twitter yesterday. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw this and I was like, this is fascinating. And immediately I was like, well, I'll show you this video first. Check this out. Boom. Boston Dynamics. 30 years of robotics have gone into this. This is a robot moving around, jumping, balance beam. Oh my God, there's another one. It's just navigating this terrain. Pretty great. So obviously, I can't believe there's 2 of these. Whoa, it's cool. Stop. Is this real?
Yeah, have you not seen the one where the
Oh, look at it dust its shoulders. Now,
there's one where the guy is standing up and he's like, "Oh, I wish I had my tool bag," and the robot down at the bottom grabs the tool bag and goes through like all that, and has to push over and grab a thing and make a walkway and walk across the thing, and then he pushes it over and then he jumps and spins and throws the bag and the bag lands.
yeah. I've seen it throw the bag.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. But remember, I mean, you and I are old enough to remember when Boston Dynamics first started doing this, and they would show little bitty things.
The little robot dog.
When I was in third grade, that would have been 1980, the middle 80s. I was in this class that was I went to it every Thursday. It was for smart kids. And we went to it every Thursday, and there was only like 5 of us from the whole school. And then there was 5 or 6 other kids from the other school that went. So it was a classroom of all of us. And me and this other kid from the other school, who's been a lifelong friend of mine, we made a robotic arm out of some things like it wasn't Legos, but it was the other stuff back in the day. And it was like the top of the line stuff back then,
like
but it was top of the line stuff. We did this as a project in our smart kids class, that the robot the arm could actually move and go, and he had gears and we had wires and solder and all this stuff. In third grade, we did this in third grade. But I can remember like that arm being wow, look at the robotic arm, isn't that cool?
Right.
And now look at this.
Yeah, no, it's nuts.
It's crazy.
Now, the thing they have to do, like, we need to put a gun on this thing and then put AI in it.
Jesus Christ, JJ. Why are you always talking about putting AI in these damn robots and guns?
Because it's inevitable. We have to beat them now.
You're the reason that we're going to have Skynet.
It's going to happen.
Peaceful hippie deacon over here, and you're wanting to kill everybody with robots.
Not kill everybody. I want everybody to be aware of the danger of robots and AI. It's going to happen. Somebody's going to think. Somebody's going to think
how dangerous this is because I've done it.
Somebody's going to think it's a good idea to put AI in this robot, and then it can walk around the house and bring me a soda pop or something like that. And then it's going to go from there to nowhere to like super fast. The thing's going to like pick up a gun or arm itself or be dangerous or push a baby over and, whatever. So like, we're within like 5 years of somebody having that and putting AI in it.
5 years? We're not within 5 years. We're within like 5 months of something.
Yeah, no, right. Well, I don't know how available those robots are going to be, but like we're very close. We're very close to people putting AI in a robot, running it around. I was thinking it would be funny if you made a robot that was like plugged into electricity, but it only had enough battery power to stay like up for like 30 seconds, but it had an electricity cord and like it can walk around. It had an arm. And so this robot would be able to move around your house, but only as far from one socket to another. If it didn't plug itself back into another socket, it would run out of power. So I thought that would be pretty funny.
The AI would figure out real quick what to do and how to make a solar panel and some shit, dude.
It's true. It's true.
I don't have any other stories.
I got something here. Check this out. Do you ever play Fallout?
Yeah, I did actually.
I like Fallout. That's a fun game. There is a beach in
Fallout would be another one. Remember I said Skyrim? Fallout would have been another one. You played Fallout?
I played out Fallout 3 like a ton, and I played New Vegas a ton, and then 4 I didn't get very far.
So imagine Fallout 3 and all the NPCs had AI chat GPT where they would remember your conversations. You could go to certain towns and talk to the NPC and he would remember, oh, hey, it's you again. When I bought the whatever in here, do you have any more?
Yeah. Yeah.
How awesome would that be?
I mean, like, I think it would be great.
That's
And I think I mentioned it.
game-changing for video games. That's what I told my buddies. I was like, AI in non-player characters in video games is game-changing.
So,
Changing.
I mean, it would basically force you to not rip off characters anymore. Like you're as when you're playing a game, like right now, you go deal with an NPC, and if you have an opportunity to like swipe some of their money and they just don't even realize it, you take all their shit.
Yeah.
So
you can do that shit in
so
Skyrim, all kinds
so
of
the NPCs would be like, this asshole robbed me. I was in another town, and he's gonna go. While you're going from community to community, try to like do stuff. He's gonna go around and spread the word about this asshole, and nobody in the game is gonna help. Yeah, it would be funny. All right, so check this out. There's a beach in northern England, and this place gets washed out all the time. So some kids took some driftwood, and they've built a driftwood house with like chairs and seating and like a little fire pit. And I hear a baby crying. And they oh, come here, showstopper. Come here, baby bear. Come here.
Mommy says you're supposed to get the cinema.
Come here. Come over here. What are you screaming at me for? Okay. So anyway, some teenage what?
She was telling you something.
More turns than me.
What turns in what?
You got 6 turns. And I got 3 turns.
Okay, so are you talking about she gets to watch TV because she's dressed and you're not dressed? Is that what you're talking about? And you're actively in your pajamas?
Because Jill wants it to be a competition.
Well, why don't you get dressed and Daddy will decide if you get to watch a show or not? Yeah, just go get dressed and maybe I'll let you guys both watch a show and you can pick. Hey, come here, sweetie. This is my other one. Here. Okay. Anyway, some kids built a driftwood house. That was fun, but this is more interesting to me. Are you chanting your own name? Come here. All right. Say hi to the internet.
Hi, Deacon.
Here. You can listen if you want. Or here. You can listen if you want. Put it in your ear. Put it in your ear.
Okay.
Uncle Jeremy's over there too.
Hi, Uncle Deacon.
Hi. How are you?
Good.
Are you still going to school?
Yeah.
How's that going? Fun?
Yeah. Daddy, can I sit?
Oh, you want to come over here too? All right, sure. Why not?
Oh, I got a phone call.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about this, girls. While Deacon's on the phone. So the deal is, if you wake up and get dressed, then you get to. Ooh, look at this robot. Do you see this robot?
Yeah.
If you wake up and get dressed, then you get to watch a cartoon, right? And then Dad has been saying whoever gets dressed first gets to decide. But I don't want you fighting over it. So maybe after the show, we'll agree on what to watch.
What's your favorite
What do you think about that?
cartoons to watch?
Oh, Deacon asked, "What's your favorite cartoon?"
My favorite. Daddy, you gave away one of my favorite ones.
I didn't actually say anything. What are you talking about?
You gave away one of my favorite shows on Netflix.
What did I give it away? What are you talking about?
You gave away one of my favorite shows on Netflix.
What do you mean? What's the show?
My Little Pony.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it away?
Yes, you did.
And what are you talking about? Gave it away to who?
We had Netflix on Netflix, and it was on my favorite show, and it was called Pets United.
Pets United?
Yeah.
I gave it away?
United. I've never heard of Pets United.
What is Pets United?
It's a show from Netflix.
Oh, you're talking about because we don't have Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh, so I gave it away because we don't have Netflix.
Yeah, because it was an old.
No, that was Aunt Felicia's.
Yeah.
I already know that.
That was our Aunt
Yeah.
Felicia's.
I already know that.
And that was Aunt Felicia's.
What's your favorite? Don't touch the mic. What's your favorite show?
Doc McStuffins.
Doc McStuffins. Can you
I
sing
like
the
Doc
McStuffins
McStuffins too.
What's the Doc McStuffin song?
I don't.
Oh, okay. Can you sing? Can you sing the elephant song?
know.
One elefante. No.
I don't want to.
All right. So, what's your favorite show that you can watch, Jill?
Pets United.
Okay. All right. All right, girls. This is the part of the show where Daddy and Deacon tell jokes. Do you want to hear a joke?
I got a joke.
Mhm.
Let me tell you a
What
joke.
is
Let me
What
see.
is it?
Let me see if I have a better one. All of these, okay. All of these your girls wouldn't get.
Yeah, I have a math joke. Let me see. All right,
Okay.
girls. How do you know? Listen, are you listening? This is an important question.
Mhm.
How do you know if there's an elephant under your bed?
'Cause it's gonna lift up our bed.
Yeah, your head would be on the ceiling.
I
No,
got
my
one.
face.
That's not a good joke. Like, not even amused. Okay, go
I
ahead,
got
Deke.
one. I got one for the girls.
Okay.
Scientists recently managed to weigh a rainbow.
Oh, weigh a rainbow.
They put a rainbow on a scale to see how much it weighed, and turns out it was pretty light. Because the
Yeah.
rainbow's pretty
Oh,
light. It's pretty
This is,
light,
a,
right?
this is a hard room over here, Deke.
I know.
Dad's
Goodness
gonna
gracious.
try one more. All right,
All right.
girls. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see your opinion. Why did the girl smear peanut butter on the road? Why did the girl smear peanut butter on the road, girls?
'Cause she liked it.
No.
No, because the giraffe.
Nope. She smeared peanut butter on the road to go with the traffic jam.
The traffic
Oh.
jam. Goodness.
All right. That's all. That's all we probably got today, I guess,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
That's
so, guys, excuse me,
Bye,
excuse me, ladies.
Bye. Have a good
Okay.
day at school today.
Thanks for watching the show, everybody. If you haven't already, please hit like and subscribe. And by the way, you can join our Discord server. Look at that cool QR code. Just scan your screen. You can jump into our server and come talk to us anytime during the day. Yeah. Ooh, bleep it. Bleep it. That's pretty neat.
I want to have a headphone to hear.
You want to have a headphone? Okay, you don't need a headphone. All right. Bye, everybody.